Attention please. The content of this channel is okay for children ages 13 and up. As a fellow parent, what you allow your children to consume is still up to your discretion. And with that said, let's get back to our scheduled program.
That's what I have going on, and this is probably not like the type of video you want to sit and watch, but this is more of like a behind the scenes, like what I got going on. Why haven't I been just pumping out Transformers content? Hello. I normally don't get a chance to make videos like this, but my child is asleep, so I wanted to talk about some stuff that I'm working on since it's been relatively quiet. Right now I'm currently editing video for the Insecticons, so these three knuckleheads right here. And I just kind of like wanted to go over like the history of the figures, what's unique about this trio. I originally had the video like made and all cut up, and then I was just kind of overly negative in it, and I don't like videos like that, so I just am redoing that video from scratch. Recently, in other figure news, I picked up a secondhand head. I think this is, I forget what they call, but it's like a plastic head for Sandstorm here. And it's supposed to be like his G1 cartoon face as opposed to the Marvel comic book face that he has in the show. And I'm sorry that this is having a problem focusing. I don't know how to use my cameras. Figure pickups. So I got G-Axis here. And originally I did not like this figure because he's too white, he's too clean looking, and apparently like after Galvatron stopped being like the main bad guy of the Decepticons after the movie, when G2 started, this is the guy. All right, so next up on the pickups, I picked up Bludgeon from the Doom and Destruction 2-pack. Yeah, I figured this one's going to have a hard time focusing. And then picked up Primes. A lot of the research that I've been doing has kind of led me to purchase Straxus. Then I recently picked up a decent amount of Wave 1. And as I was doing the side swipe in a Sunstreaker video, I bought an upgrade kit for Red Alert. And then I realized that I have the Cybertronian Red Alert. So I picked up, obviously, Earthrise Kingdom Red Alert and put the upgrade kit in him. So it feels like the gaps right here. It's got forearm covers and thigh fillers. It comes with a new rocket. And of course, picked up these two. And of course, picked up these two, who I've been waiting for quite a while. Another Age of the Primes figure. And then the video that I'm going to be working on after I'm done with the Insecticon video is going to be the Decepticon Headmasters. So it's Weirdwolf. I already forgot his name. And I forget his name too. Mindwipe, I think it is. Mindwipe, and this one's Skullcruncher. It's a lot of stuff to remember, a lot of stuff to learn. This guy's actually pretty interesting. It seems like a lot of the characters are kind of fluid and who they are personality-wise. This guy is very much like Starscream. Who's the main guy from like Lio Kaiser, the Blue Jet? I'm forgetting his name all of a sudden. But, you know, like his plans are to overthrow like Deathsaurus. This guy, very similar. A lot of Decepticons have a lot of ambition. As I'm watching like the Transformers Victory show, I haven't really watched Master Force, but I watched like a video from that toy guy, and I decided to get this figure to kind of go with the Japanese collection of Transformers that I've been picking up. So this is God Ginrai. Gonna have focusing issues with the camera, but it is what it is. Ginrai is not essentially Optimus Prime. Ginrai is a completely different character. but just like Optimus Prime, he eventually dies, and he becomes Victory Leo. And then moving on to like the last bit of like stuff that I've picked up, and I've kind of been sitting on this one, is Dino King from Transformers Victory. So I've been waiting to open this one for quite a while, and I heard that this was pretty much essential to picking this one up. So I do want to make a video kind of going in depth on these characters, and obviously enunciation of their names, what's different between these, which are essentially core class figures, and the original figures that released for G1. I don't know if they've ever tried to release these figures again ever since their Japanese G1 counterparts. So I can't speak to that, but I definitely am excited to learn if there was a release in between there. That's it. I just wanted to give like a quick update of like what I've been working on. And I think, let me see, what else? What else can I show you really quick? So this is kind of like my workflow folder. So when I'm working on stuff, my videos is kind of like how I organize everything. I just kind of dump like the content in a folder, pictures, video, and this is kind of how I like put my stuff together. So the Insecticon stuff, I'll have my stuff in here, and because these are from my new fancy camera, Windows Media Player can't play them. And this is just like clips or pictures I grab like from the internet to help me edit the videos. Stuff like that, snapshots from like the G1 comics. And I found a website that pretty much has like every Transformers comic like uploaded to it. So I just go there to snap reference material. I don't really go there to read the comics, but it's nice that I didn't have to buy like a compendium to do that, because I seriously was contemplating it. And yeah, that's it, man. I just wanted to do this quick check-in. Obviously, like I'm gonna edit this up so it's not as long. And just to let you know that I am alive. I didn't give up on the channel or anything like that. I just been really busy with work. I was in DC for like a week, 2 weeks ago, and I started working on the Insecticon video when I left, and I started writing and researching the Decepticon Headmasters before I did. And normally those group videos take a lot longer to make than it does to make a video for like a single character. So I try to make sure that everybody in the video gets a little bit of focus, and I'm not just like pandering to one figure, it seems, or one character. Really just wanted to talk about like my videos or my video style really quickly, is that I'm not like a Transformers historian. I'm just somebody who watched it as a kid, and then I pick up collections every time like I get a bug in my ass to spend money on something that'll give me instant gratification, as opposed to something that is a bigger financial stressor. Transformers are fairly inexpensive, at least for me. So, yeah, picking stuff up that I'm familiar with, like Optimus Prime, Hot Rod, those are like easy dubs. But then when I pick up a character like Red Alert, and I want to learn some more about the character, and just kind of be more excited about like some of these figures that I'm purchasing. Like, I'm not just like, oh, Hasbro released something here, take my money, you can do no wrong. Like, that's not the case, because obviously like this guy was shelf forming for a bit, and I'm like, who the hell is this? And you know, it wasn't until I read like who he actually was, I was like, okay, I kind of want that character. And I'll explain it in this kind of manner. Is when it comes to like the Decepticons after the original cartoon, like after the movie, the only ones that I'm familiar with is Galvatron, Cyclonus, and the Sweeps. And then that's it. And then whoever else ever showed up in the show. So Menasor, of course, which was a no-brainer to collect. Predaking, which I'm hoping that they'll announce that they're making a modern Predaking fairly soon, and hopefully they do them right. And you know, then we're segueing into these different lines. So like Age of the Primes, for some reason, kind of piqued my interest, because these are characters that I'm not familiar with, that are estranged to me, and it's an opportunity to learn more about Transformers lore that goes all the way back to G1 in a sense. and for some reason that's kind of exciting as a collector. So that's probably like my in. And I think a lot of people say that I need to like put a pin on the collecting or something like that. But I think like this year, once this year of releases kind of comes out, like that's gonna slow it down for me. Like, and it doesn't have to do anything with like the tariffs or anything like that. It's just like I don't want to collect Transformers just to collect them. Like I want there to be a reason why I'm collecting the figures. And a lot of these figures, like, yeah, like I've been picking them up and like, okay, well, that's my excuse is I get to learn about this figure and that's why I'm picking it up. And I kind of want that to slow down. So I'm definitely interested in completing or adding to the Japanese continuity of figures as they release. Obviously finishing up the Studio Series 86 line because that's originally what started this collection problem of mine. And then from there, it's just, I'm just going to enjoy what I have. Like, obviously, I have a full cabinet. I know people have like rooms or like, here's my $18,000 collection that my dad bought me or something like that. Like, I'm not trying to flex on nobody. Like, I'm just getting what I like. I don't need to have a room full of Transformers just to say like, oh, look at my like, no, not happening. Like, I want there to be meaning and purpose to the reason why I'm buying these figures very so much. Like when I was collecting the RID figures, I wanted to complete that collection. They were all completely foreign to me. Some names were familiar, but it was exciting that that Transformers in a way was popular again because Beast Wars was not my thing. Transformers Prime, any of that stuff, I didn't really get into it. And, like younger people than me will say like, I didn't get into G1. I wasn't into RID. I wasn't into this and that. Like they grew up on Prime and Bayformers. So I'm that person that's kind of stuck between G1 and then these like modern re-releases of like G1 figures. That's kind of my jam. And again, the Japanese stuff is cool to me just because like I'm into anime and stuff like that and have been for years before it was cool. And I know that seems like such a gatekeepy, douchey thing to say, but it is what it is. Yeah, that stuff, just the Transformers movie was animated in a sense to where like it looked like a Japanese anime film, very much so. And yeah, like Transformers Victory kind of reminds me of that. I know Master Force is probably a really hard watch for people, but unless like you kind of watch like all genres of Japanese anime and you see like the stuff that's not shonen, which is like cool battle anime like Naruto or Inuyasha and stuff like that, like the more corny stuff like Gintama or Ranma or whatever. I think Master Force kind of fits in that realm of like cringy. I mean, G1 itself, American G1 is cringy as hell. So I can only imagine what the Japanese counterpart of that was for the 1980s and trying to like, oh man, it's anime, it's Japanese. I'm American, gimme. It's not gonna translate well for people. But anyways, that's all I got going on for now. I'm a busy bee behind the scenes, and obviously between juggling, being a dad, working, running a consulting company, and trying to edit videos and collect information for about like 2 to 3 hours at the wee hours of the night, trying to put YouTube stuff together, clip shorts, etc. It's really time consuming. And yeah, eventually I'm gonna have to trade making YouTube videos for going back to the gym and getting back into that regimen, and then figuring out a schedule to where like, I'm gonna dedicate this time this week to making a YouTube video, this time this week to working out, and this time this week to like writing materials, and this time this week to freshen up my business ventures and stuff like that allow me to do stuff like this. Like I don't have time for sponsorships or to be a social media butterfly, and then managing like I think 3 or 4 different social media avenues. What is it? Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and I think that's all I got. going on, because that's really all I can mentally handle. Is those three. Yeah, that's it. So that's what I have going on, and this is probably not like the type of video you want to sit and watch, but this is more of like a behind the scenes, like what I got going on. Why haven't I been just pumping out Transformers content? I don't really make reviews, and I don't really make like the history of or the mini toys of. It's just kind of like I have like my own like style. Like, hey, this is who I'm talking about today. These are the specs of the figure if you're interested. Here's variations of the figure if I think that's important to mention. You know, are you looking to upgrade the figure? Here's some upgrade kits, stickers, stuff like that, or at least what I've purchased that I can speak to. I don't want to become a walking advertisement for every single toy, because that would just be absolutely time consuming. And then, yeah, just like my final thoughts. And I think the main goal is to just not be fake enthusiastic, but just to be generally positive, because I think like right now, a lot of people are in a state where like, you know, Transformers is dead, or Transformers fell off, or Hasbro sucks. And oh no, like I decided my whole personality is I'm only going to collect like third party figures and blockies. Oh no, the tariffs put a stamp in that. Like I can't have any fun. Boo hoo, wham wham. I don't want to make content like that, and I'm not interested in watching content like that. Like I watch it, I'm just like, well, if you're not interested, dude, go touch grass. That's, you know, that's the solution for a lot of people. Like you're not doing yourself any favors crying about it. You're not doing anyone else any favors making videos crying about it. You know, everyone's got their echo chamber of their 1,200 views. And, you know, everyone at the end of the day is still going to be pissed. Prime versus Prime is reviewing figures months before you get an opportunity to. And I mean, to that sense, and then speaking on like that weird negativity in the community, like who gives a shit? Who gets what first? I get it if that's what you tried to start a channel and do, like, oh, well, I got to get a figure first, or I'm just buying stuff, not because I want it, because I need to review it. To maintain my viewership, because this has become a means to pay some bills. And so it has taken the fun out of collecting for me, because it's now transactional. I know I'm never going to get to a point like that. So again, this is just kind of, you know, more of like a memoir thing for me. And, you know, if something ever happens to these figures, I decide to part with them, throw them away, etc., etc. At least I have like some kind of documented proof that I had them for a period of time. I enjoyed them, and you know, instead of pulling them out of the shelf, I can just watch a video from time to time and be like, oh yeah, okay, now I remember. And that's my relationship with the toy, and that is the whole purpose of what I do here. And I know I've said like, all right, that's gonna wrap it up, but for real, that's gonna wrap it up this time. So I'll go ahead and I'll chop all this up and I'll post it. And now I'm gonna put all this stuff away before my child wakes up and tries to come out here and play with it. All right.